What up, YouTube? This is your girl, Mommy So True, back with another video. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you take a moment to subscribe, hit that little bell, make sure that you get notifications every time I drop my weekly videos. We are a community. Thank you for stopping in. Again, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment today if you have any thoughts. I want to talk to y'all about going back to the y'all. I want to talk to y'all about going back to the narcissist, taking them back, letting them come back, letting them back in our homes, going back to their homes, whatever the situation may be. The relationship dynamic of being with a narcissist is a roller coaster ride. Leaving and staying gone is the hardest thing to do. Because when you fell in love with this person, it was like falling in love with a drug. You became addicted to this shit. And every time they emotionally abused you, it was damaging your brain. That's why when they leave, you fall into this depression. That's why when they leave, you feel like you have lost a part of you. I literally used to think that my other half was gone from me. Even after all the shit he did, I would lay there for weeks and cry it out and then be missing him so much. It was like a withdrawal. Now that I think about it, it was like I was just, oh my God, it's so sad. It's so sickening. It's like because they program you to be hooked to them. You know, all the accusations, all the manipulation, all the lying, they use that to hook you. And if you're really not doing the things that they accused you of, now you start trying to prove yourself to them. I found myself sending pictures of where I was all the time, making sure I was taking selfies to prove to my husband where I was, because texting it wasn't enough. When he got into his accusation mode, I would start trying to find ways to make him believe me. It was exhausting because I'm like, I know I'm not lying, but I gotta break my neck to show him that I'm not lying, just to keep him from being mad and cussing me out and putting death on me and all of that craziness. Every time I went back to the narc, I felt uglier. I lost more and more hair. You guys, I wear a hat on these videos because I have completely lost all my hair. When I met this man, I had hair right here. Midway into the year, that shit was right here. Now, I'm bald headed. I can't even sit here and show y'all that shit because it's so bad. Edges gone. Thank God my skin still look decent. Because for a while, I couldn't even look myself in the mirror and feel good about me. There were days where I would wake up and literally not even want to wake up, whether he was with me or not. That was the emotional abuse aspect of it. And he was the type that tried to make sure that I didn't continue getting my nails done and my hair done. So after a while, I stopped doing all those things because every time I attempted to get my hair and nails done, there was some kind of accusation. So eventually I stopped doing it. To please him, I stopped doing it. And eventually I just did not feel like myself. I'm that type of girl who likes to wear my nails long, get my hair done, change my hair often, get my lashes done, you know, go shopping. He stole all of that from me. And every time I let him come back, he took more and more of that from me. And he enjoyed seeing me like that. Every time we let them come back, now we're playing this game with them. It's like now we're giving them a chance to learn how to really get us this time. Maybe when y'all broke up this time, you secretly putting some money up. Maybe you trying to get yourself in order. Here he come, he hoovers you, you fall for it. He's like, babe, let's put our money together this time. Let's build trust. Babe, let's get an apartment or a house together this time. Let's do better this time. Setting you up. That shit don't even last a year. Here you are dealing with the leftover debt from this apartment, this car, this house, because you let them back. Every time we let them back, they're looking at us like some weaklings. They're like, ooh, I got her. Ooh, I got him. He's stupid. She's stupid. That's literally how they feel. They feel like they got you where they can continue to get what they've been getting out of you every time you allow them to come back. You sitting there thinking you forgiving them. Stop trying to play God. God don't even forgive everybody. I don't know what y'all... Forgiveness don't even work like that. It's certain people that don't need to be forgiven. You let God deal with that. You know, don't mess around and take a narc back after you broke up with them and then you went and talked about them. You went and told everybody what they did to you. You went and told the truth about them, trying to expose them. Now you take them back. Guess what's about to happen? He's going to make you pay for that. He's going to make you suffer for that. He's going to come in the door making you think he's a changed man and things are going to be different. A couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months later, now you dealing with an even bigger demon. He came back with 20 of them. Now he beating your ass, throwing you across the room like a damn ball. Now she's slapping you every chance she get. Disrespecting you in front of friends and in public because you keep taking them back and you keep accepting this type of behavior. It can be really hard. I know it can, because I went back over and over and over and over and over again. I went back after the worst of the worst. And it wasn't just because I was married. It was because I was programmed to wanting this person. I was so attached and the bond was so strong. And you know, every time he left, I fell into depression so bad. Every time it kind of went up a notch to the point where I had to go and dig up my old medicine cabinet and pull out antidepressants that I haven't taken in years. An old bottle. I'm gonna show y'all. I pulled it out so I could show y'all. I got this bottle years ago from my therapist because I was having some issues with depression. A couple of times that I was left to mend my little broken heart after dealing with this man, I found myself popping these again. I was so depressed and I was so down and out. And I was trying to figure out how to fix it, how to get him to change, how to get him right. And I was sitting here popping these motherfucking shits. These shits don't even align with my body. I don't know if any of y'all ever took antidepressants, but they can be helpful, but they don't feel good after a while. They literally make you zombie the fuck out. I'm not no damn zombie. I'm not no psychopath. I'm not no crazy person. I don't need to be out here not in tune with my emotions and my feelings because of somebody that I fell in love with. They should be the ones zombied out on some damn medication if you ask me. They should be somewhere in a straitjacket in somebody's mental house, not me. So why am I allowing this same person to keep coming back into my life with this fucked up ass energy just to put me right here? Or just to put me in my deathbed early? I had to really come to that realization because after going back over and over and over and seeing that there was no change, eventually you gotta let that shit go. I'm not built to let it last for years. That's just, I can't. It's just not in me. Like I knew I should have cut it off the first time, but after 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can't. At this time, I literally have cried myself to sleep anytime I felt like I missed them. I cry that shit off. I'm not dipping and dabbing back into the devil's nest. I'm good. I've had enough of that. I'm good. That shit has whooped my ass enough. I'm good. Maybe you ain't gotten to that point. Maybe it's going to take for you to really, 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 really feel broken, destroyed maybe almost. I don't know. But we all have our breaking point, and I had mine. I had mine a long time ago, but realizing why I kept going back to him made a difference for me because I realized, okay, this is mental on my part too now at this point. Now I done picked up some mental issues dealing with this because parts of my brain is now fried and gone. I don't even comprehend certain shit the same way. I walk around and zone out and I my mind be all over the place sometimes. I have to literally control the shit out of my own anxiety Anxiety never was a problem for me until after all of this. Now I'm quick to anger. I get pissed the fuck off quick. Sometimes I can't even do these videos without throwing cuss words every other word because of how I'm feeling from the effect of this shit. Being with this man early on reminded me of how I used to feel living with my narcissist mother. I was itching to leave her house. By the time I was 18, I was ready to run the fuck away from her. It was so uncomfortable. Having to always feel the need to prove myself to somebody who I was never good enough for, it was always fucking uncomfortable. We go back to these people because they program us to feel like we need them. They program us to think that we can't do nothing without them and that nobody's gonna want us. Nobody's gonna love us like they did. I used to hear that from him all the time. Some of the things I used to hear from him that fucked with my mental for months, that every time he left, it kind of always fucked with me. And I'm like, all right, I guess maybe he was right. What if I do spend the rest of my life alone? What if I don't have kids for another 5 years? What if I do need him to start having kids now? That's one thing he held against me, is the fact that I have no children and it's really a desire of mine. Every time he left, it was that thought in my mind, like, I want to have children. I got married to this man and I need him to come back because I want children. Like that was a big trigger for me. They use things like that against you to keep you coming back. The little girl in me showed up so much in my relationship. I had no choice but to start being prayerful because I was like, damn, this is a lot of spiritual attack at this point. My inner child was like crying for me to save myself. I've been through a lot, but it took this experience for me to really see that little girl inside of me that is screaming and tired of the abuse. And that is what held me to the point of no return this time, no contact. If I do contact him, it's me lashing out, letting him know I don't fuck with you. I don't care to lash out and say things to him when I hear from him through odd messages. I don't respond all the time, but if I feel the need, I will. I know maybe everybody don't agree with that, but I don't care. I feel like the narcissist needs to know at a certain point that you don't fuck with them. You need to look that demon in the eye and tell them, I don't fuck with you. I know who you are and I don't fuck with you, period. And I'm not scared of you, period. Other than that, you're going to keep going back because they going to know you're not scared of them. You know, this time he comes back, I know what I'm dealing with. I know how I got to be. I just got to be quiet. I just got to talk less. I just got to not talk back. I just got to show him what I've been doing. I just got to let him have my location. Every time you think you taking them back and you think you're doing something better for the relationship, you're just setting yourself up for another slap in the face. And you have to get to the point where you get tired of it. You have to get to the point where you realize the abuse that's happening so you can break away from it. And that's where I'm at. Sometimes I hear him talking, I hear some of the things that used to fuck with me, and I'm finally at the point where they don't trigger me like they used to. I'm like, yes, God, the prayers are working because I'm tired of that. I'm ready for my complete healing. I don't want to ever sit in front of this camera and tell you guys, I took the narc back. Oh my God. No, that's not going to be a part of my journey. I promise y'all. And I know it's hard leaving these people alone, especially the ones that have children, you know, the ones that have children that look like them. You got to see them every day. I can't imagine. You know, it's hard. But there's a reason why you go back. You got to understand it, and you got to work on yourself, and you got to really stay down and stay true to who you are. And when you leave that narc and leave him alone, leave her alone, and go and be your best self. Because every time you go back, you hurting yourself more. You're giving them ammo to come back and shoot your ass again. Like, comment, and subscribe on today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in again. This is Mommy So True. Until next time.